Have a break, have a coffee. Welcome to another episode of Unpacked, the Siemens Packaging Podcast. I don't know if you have ever seen a bottle filler working at full speed. Well, you probably have, but I can still remember the first time I saw such a machine, and I'm still in awe of just how fast it was. That was quite a few years ago, and since then, the machines have gotten even faster, which poses quite a challenge not just for the filling process, but also for secondary packaging. What do you do when yesterday's fast is today's too slow? Let's ask Ryan Dye from Graphic Packaging. Hello Ryan, good to talk to you again. So what are you up to? How are things going at Graphic Packaging?
Things are really good, thank you. Lots going on in the beverage market today. Lots of work replacing single-use plastics in the secondary packaging market with sustainable solutions. And graphic packaging is well poised with new solutions like our Keel Clip Pack. You've probably seen it in Europe. It's really taken off in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think I saw a video of this. It's like a multipack where you have cans packed only with carton, which looks pretty neat, actually, and it's also pretty packaging.
Exactly right. And we've seen a lot of success with this. But for us, there's not one product that's the answer. Requirements are really getting more diverse. And, in the last 30 years, there's only been a handful of different options for paperboard packaging. And today we've got greater variety in the market. So that really presents a challenge for us. Plus, multi-packs are getting smaller. Today we have 3 and even 2 packs replacing larger traditional 12 and 6 packs, which challenges us to increase the speed for those little packs.
Okay, of course, sure, because if the filler runs at the same speed, but the multi-packs are getting smaller, that means you have, the number of multi-packs has to go up.
Exactly. We're looking at really high linear speeds now, so much so that we've moved from traditional chain-driven modules many times to full-blown linear track systems. We're essentially challenging the limits of continuous motion with inline packaging machinery. Many years ago, no one thought we'd go faster than 400 packs a minute. And we're starting to look at 600 packs a minute. And sometimes you have to think, is this really possible? And is it even a good idea to keep going faster?
Yeah, you sometimes feel like you're actually challenging the laws of physics, right?
Absolutely. And we're challenging the traditional machine concepts. 20 years ago, an AC motor with a line shaft was common. Today, we're full-blown servo-driven with up to 40 servos on a machine. And kinetic energy and moving mass is getting really fast. That's why we use things like linear track systems. They tend to limit those speeds a little bit.
When you have such high speeds, how do you keep things from flying?
Well, you need methods and procedures in place to limit your technical risk. Proof of principle testing, experiments, prototype testing, analytical tools. You need a plan for challenging environments at customer plants. Things like temperature, humidity. You typically have a lot of unknowns, plus paper's organic, and all of this can make the process hard to predict.
Yeah, and if you're already operating on the limits of what is possible, of course you don't have much margin left for all these unknowns. So this is actually quite complex.
It is, and on top of that, we don't have a lot of time to design. Machines are bespoke, and they need to be delivered fast. So 16 or even a 12-week design cycle for a new machine is not uncommon today. We move fast because time to market is essential. And the beverage market is quite competitive today.
But, to me, this sounds actually quite like a contradiction. So you have a bespoke machine, but you're able to build it very fast. So how do you do that?
That's right. So we do things like concurrent design and testing. But what we also do is try to consolidate our technology. We've been pushing to build relationships and collaborations with suppliers. And I think that's what a lot of machine builders want today, a one-stop shop so they don't have to integrate and support all these third-party systems.
Yeah, and to also avoid this kind of finger pointing that is often going on when something goes wrong in a project.
That's right. And here at Graphic Packaging, we have the same philosophy. So we're super vertically integrated. We start with trees, and we end up with packaging machines that are in a customer's plant. So if a customer complains about carton quality, we can't go and say, well, the machine works. It's a problem with the cartons. It's the same company. And that's something our customers really appreciate.
Well, they better appreciate that. My, Ryan, since you've got your hands so full with making fast machines even faster, I'm actually quite afraid to ask what's next.
We keep looking at solutions that are going to help us build even better machines in the future. Some big points are modularization where possible, keeping a minimal footprint, new motion concepts, so as packages become more complex, continuous motion doesn't always fit. So we are looking at ways to combine continuous motion for simple steps and intermittent motion for more complex ones. And we're actively looking into this with Siemens. They've got solutions like the floating tile systems, linear track system. These things are enabling architectures that were really never possible before.
Well, that's very good to hear that we can be of help there. We should definitely keep in touch about that. Well, Ryan, that has been a very interesting chat, a lot to process for me. Thank you so much for taking the time, and I guess I better let you get back to work then.
All right. Well, you're welcome, and you have a great day. Thanks a bunch.
All right. This episode was really packed with so much information. I will definitely need some time to process everything I have just learned from Ryan. How graphic packaging is ramping up speeds for multipack packaging. How they limit technical risk in such high-speed processes. How they manage to achieve a short time to market despite all of this, and what they are looking for in terms of partners and suppliers, as well as technology that enables their super fast solutions. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of our packaging podcast. As always, you will find the transcript next to the recording. Thanks for listening, and please like, subscribe, and share. Please join us again in our next episode.